What's up, everybody? Patrick from wpbuilderhelper, and in today's video we are finally getting sponsored, so that's awesome. We're going to talk about that more at the end, but needless to say, wordpress contacted me about their form plugin. I really had already heard about the form plugin and heard some really great information about it, but I decided to jump in. They gave me a license and started talking to me about it, and this is going to be an awesome video. If you're someone who's maybe hasn't been able to get one of these lifetime deals where you get lifetime forms, it's well worth it for anybody who does any kind of web design. We're going to talk about all that. We're going to talk about the features, what's going on with it, what's in the future and coming down the pipe, everything in this video. So let's get started. Hey guys, so here we are on the wordpress.org stuff for Bitform, and you'll notice right off the bat that they're a fairly new builder. They're still on version 1, which is, it's one of those things. This is a new builder. This is not an old builder. So they've just started out. But I heard, when I first heard about these guys, I heard about them on the Oxygen forum, because as many of you know, Oxygen, there's a bunch of page builders out there, Oxygen, Live Canvas, a bunch of them that do not have forms built in. They just don't. Brizzy, Elementor, and some of the other ones do have forms built in, but sometimes the forms, they leave a lot to be desired. They do not have the functions that this form builder has. And that's, just right off the bat, I'm telling you right now, if you're looking for something that's got more functions, this has definitely got way more functions than most page builders. So, if you're looking for simple forms, that's one thing. But let's talk about the big boy forms, because this is the big boy forms. These are for people who want forms that literally do everything. They connect to things and all that. So this is a brand new form builder, so I'm not going to, shy away from that. They've got a really cool drag and drop feature that's really slick. I like the back end of this form builder. We're going to jump into it shortly after this, and I'll show you what it looks like. But I really do like the back end of this form builder. They've got tons of stuff that makes them unique. They've got up to 16 columns, 17 rows that you could do, and I'm sure that they're going to expand on that. Unlimited forms. They've got pre-built form templates. You can submit data through WordPress. You've got response management. You've got exporting. You've got, I think at some point, they even said they're going to have white labeling. I mean, that's unheard of compared to other forms. But I don't want to spend a whole lot of time going all over this, because you can read this yourself. You can see this yourself. Sales form, contacts form, you can think of a million different things why you would want to use this. Subscriber forms. I can think of a million reasons why I'm going to use this. And I want to be transparent with everything. So they sponsored this video, and I told them flat out, I was like, hey, look, guys, I'm going to go over your form builder. I'm going to mention things that I like and I don't like, and I hope that you can take the feedback of those type of things. And they've been real honest in their emails with everything. They've got a lot of stuff that's built into this form builder that I just really, really like. Even the file upload, that's something I don't even think that that's in the pro version. It's in the free version, which is not usually in free versions of form builders. Things like that are just amazing. Google Captcha, I know a lot of forms do not give that away for free. They put it in the pro version so that you have to move. These guys aren't doing it that way. So anyway, we're going to talk about all of that. We're going to go over all the details of all of this stuff. But what really, really got me that I really, really liked was the fact that they just really have great pricing. And right off the bat, I'm going to tell you their pricing is nothing to scoff at. This is their pricing plan. And I am super happy with their pricing plan. So let me just tell you something. They gave me a very basic license. It is not a master license. I don't have an agency license or anything like that. I am most likely, because this deal is so good, I'm going to upgrade to an agency license because it's just too good. I'm literally going to pay money for this. That's how much I like this form builder. Just from reviewing it, It's amazing. It's got so much that it adds on to. You've got this unconditional logic and all of this that's just so nice that most people don't get with most form builders. And that's what I really like. But on top of that, they're not. I feel like they're being very logical with their pricing. You would be an idiot right now to not go out and buy this. $50, $50, okay? Most form builders will cost you, I think I had done a review in the past, they cost you $200-$300. They've got a lifetime deal right now, $50 for 1,000 licenses. Now, it's not unlimited, so I get it. You know, some people probably have some unlimited deals out there. It's not unlimited, but I think 1,000 is fair, especially for $50. If you wanted to, you could buy 2 of these. $100, and you get 2,000 form licenses. Do you know what you could do with that? That's insane. That is a amazing deal. And I think that you would just be silly not to take a look at this form builder. They've got all of these different types of integrations, which, once again, more are coming. We're going to talk about that, about some of the things that are coming. But they've just got some really, really good pricing that's in here. And I have to say, if you're one of these people who maybe didn't get into the forums, or you didn't get in early enough, or somehow you missed one of the deals, this is a deal you do not want to pass up. I'm warning you now, you do not want to lose out on this, especially if you're a business owner and you don't even need to buy the agency tier. If you're someone who, maybe you're like me, I don't really work with clients anymore that much. I do mostly affiliate stuff. But if you're an affiliate-driven person, I mean, shoot, you could go with the Plus or the Team 30-site license or a 50-site license. $30? That's it? For a lifetime license? That's it, $30. That's cheaper than any AppSumo deal that they give out there. Most AppSumo deals start at $45, and you know what they give you? Or $49, I should say. They give you like this plan. They give you like and I don't even think they give you that plan. They give you something that's like 5 licenses or 10 licenses for $49. These guys are giving for $30, 50 licenses. So I'm sorry. I know that the pricing and everything is being really focused on, but this pricing is really good. They did a good job with this pricing. But pricing doesn't make a product, right? We all know that. Pricing is not the thing that makes a product. What makes a product is actually how it works. And like I said, that's coming up. So we're going to switch over to that, and I'm going to show you what this product can do that's just flat out awesome. Hey guys, so I wanted to take a look real quick at the pricing of some of these other forum competitors before we jump in. I know I had mentioned it before, but I just wanted to talk about their pricing a little bit. This is what's really blowing me away, is when we look at the pricing of what these other forum competitors charge and why I'm getting so hyped up for this forum is because their pricing is all the same. Let me move my video real quick. I don't even see their pricing here. Let me see if there's... Okay, so here you can kind of see the pricing. They do have a lifetime, but look at this. I mean, so here's my issue, okay? Look at these pricing structures that they use, okay? And these are standard. These are the 2 biggest forums on WordPress right now, okay? They charge $250, $199, $50. Single site, 20 sites, unlimited sites. Yearly cost for this, yearly. You're not going to get out of paying that. It's yearly for that. Whereas the other form builder that we're using, Bitform, is $1 for a lifetime for 1 site. That's a pretty big departure. For $50, you get 1,000 sites. So their lowest price is getting you like basically the unlimited, because nobody's going to use 1,000 unless you're like a web developer. Same thing with these guys. These guys charge $299, $199. And another thing that I want to point out with all these guys is you'll notice when you start looking, you don't even get payments built into most of these. Now, you get PayPal on the $49 one. That's nice that they include that. It really is. You get PayPal on the $49 one. but you don't get Stripe if you want that. You're not getting recurring payments. All this is going to be built into Bitform. So I'm having trouble understanding why anyone would even be thinking about another form builder at this time. Now, they may like that form builder. They may already have a license. They may already have a lifetime agreement. If you have one of those things, I understand. I get it. But if you're one of these people, like I was saying before in the past, who has passed this up, this is really too good of a deal to just pass up. And this is exactly what I was talking about. I mean, the pricing for these forms, and these are fairly standard. If you start looking around, you'll start seeing it more often and more and more and more. But the pricing for these forms are basically all the same. Now, they do offer a lifetime, but it's $250 for a lifetime. The lifetime for Bitform is currently $50. That's it. That's all it is. I mean, it's cheap. It's really cheap. So for me, it's a no-brainer. I get that they don't have all of the bells and whistles just yet, but I know they're going to. They've been updating almost daily on their form, which is amazing, and I've been impressed with just the magnitude of updates that have been coming out. So let's take a look at their form builder as a whole. So that's what we're here for. And I'm going to move this down to the bottom just so it doesn't impede anything. And we've got a site right now that you're looking at that's kind of a store. This was made with Bloxy. And it's also using Brizzy. So I wanted to take you through just how easy it is to build a form with Bitform. So let's go through the back end and let's see what Bitform's got running on the back end. So it's very simple. It's all the forms in its license. I had already created a form, but I'm going to delete this form and show you. I'll use one of their basic form templates and show you what we're running with. So they've got some settings here. So you can see you've got reCAPTCHA already, in there. SMTP, CPT, API for different APIs that you need for stuff like that, and payments in the payment gateway. Okay. So you've got all of this stuff. Then you've got my forms. You go to form. We're going to click create a contact form because the page that we're actually using, we have a contact form, but we want to use this one instead. And as you can see, once you're inside, it basically works similar to many other form builders. Okay. The cool thing that I like about it is it's got these drag and drop features like right here. I shouldn't say drag and drop. It's spacing, where you can literally space things to the size you want. If you don't want the email to be that large, it can be that large. I mean, it's really kind of cool that they allow you to do that, but they do. And they've got all of this different stuff. So it's got Razorpay, PayPal, Decision Box, reCAPTCHA, Color Picker. The Color Picker's really nice for web designers or anybody who deals with color and they're trying to get their customer to kind of like add that color in. They've got file upload, URL, email, password, date and time, month, week, all of those, radio buttons, drop downs, basically everything you need for a basic form. Then you get into the responses, and you can see here's the responses. You can export the data into different file formats. So you've got all of these different file formats, which is great ways to control your data if you want to use it from WordPress and not send it to an email. Then you've got all these form settings, different things. What I really liked was the blacklisting and the allowed IP. I think that that's really useful, especially if you've got somebody who's maybe spamming your form. You want to make sure they're not taking and throwing a whole bunch of stuff in there. So then we got confirmation messages with success and error, redirection, webhooks. Here's the conditional logics that if you go into, you can start adding additional conditional logics that do different things. I mean, there's bunches of ands, ors that you can do on submit and or this type of stuff. It's basically almost like programming that they've added in there, but the conditional logic is really good in this. It's really, really impressive the way that they've added that in. And I know that most form places have it, but sometimes it's not as easy as that. They've also got the integrations here, and this is all their current integrations. It's a little lackluster for right now, but I know in the future just looking at what's coming out, they have a lot more coming. And they're going to be filling this with all the standard stuff that all the standard form builders have. You know, all of that. It's all coming. So it's going to be there. It's just not there yet. But let's take a look at this form. So let's save this form. Let's go ahead and save it. Let's go back home. Let's copy our form so it works like any other form builder that's out there. You're going to copy this shortcode because they work with shortcode. Let's go back to our site. Let's look at the form that we're using. So this is inside of Brizy. So this is with a page builder. You know, I know a lot of people on the page builder forums, they have issues with page builders. Not so much just Brizy, but there's other forms out there that there's other, I shouldn't say forms, but there's other builders out there that struggle with this. I know Oxygen doesn't have a form builder. Live Canvas doesn't have a form builder. So there's a number of them that do not have form builders. So one of the reasons why you need it is because most of these form builders are very basic. They're not going to accept payment. They're not going to do multi-step. They're not going to have file upload. I think Elementor's does, but still, if you go look on their forums, in most cases you have people who are complaining about them because they can't get them to work. For some reason, a default, like having a separate form plugin, is always the better way to go from my perspective. I've never found that page builders do a good job building forms. I think that's why Oxygen, some of the others said, let's stay away from it. They're all right, but at the end of the day, when you look at the difference between all these different forms, you get to see very quickly that, having a good form builder is definitely a plus. So we're going to take, and now that we've deleted that, we're going to take and we're going to add in a shortcode element in Brizy. And we'll add it right here. And we'll scroll down. Actually, I should have scrolled down first. Add it right here underneath. And then I've already copied the shortcode, so I'll just go in here and I'll paste my shortcode. Not sure why that turns white. And as you can see, that's our form. That's our new form. So that's not even... This is what we just built. This isn't even the Brizy form. This is the form we just built. And you'll notice right off the bat that, guess what? It's already... You can already control it with Brizy to some extent if you want to control it. You can move it around. You can do whatever. So it works just like regular forms work. What I really like about it is when we go to save this page, let me move this up real quick. When we go in to save this page and we go to look at it on the front end, you'll see the form is going to take the a lot of the styles and everything from what you're using as your theme. So for instance, I think we're using Brizy in this, and it's taking Brizy styles from this, which is awesome. It's great. I mean, that's what you want from a form builder. But now all of a sudden, you have this form builder, and it looks, like you were working on the back end. And that's what people are looking for in form builders. I mean, it's nothing that's too complicated, but once again, part of the reason why I've fallen in love so much with Bitform is not because they came and they said, hey, we want to sponsor you. They were already good to begin with. The deal that they're offering right now is, I'm sure, a limited time deal. I don't expect it to last forever. And if you're one of those people who need forms for your website or for your affiliate sites or for whatever, it's a great deal to get. Like I said, you don't need to pay the $50. Get the $30. Get the $20. I mean, so what? You blow $20. Then you get these forms that you have for a lifetime with updates and everything else. And as soon as they start coming out and rolling out with stuff, I mean, it's just, I see it as a great investment. That's just me. But let's move on. Let's talk about the future stuff that is in their roadmap. And let's see if we can't discuss this a little bit deeper. So here we are on their roadmap, and this was something that I wanted to talk about. So you can see, one of the things, the white labeling, I think is really, really unique. There's not a lot of form builders that'll do that white labeling. I'm not sure why they decided to do that, because, I don't know, maybe other form builders do it. Maybe I'm just out of touch. You can see there's a lot of different things coming, though. We've got submit button positions, change in styling, predefined themes, multi-step form. The multi-step form is going to definitely be helpful for some people. Drop down and checkbox styling, image select field, phone number field, hidden gesture signature field. I like the signature field too. That can be helpful if you're doing contracts. It's very cool. Integration field, terms and conditions field, repeater field, data import, so you can import data into the form, front end response, partial submissions, SMTP, user management, data export, localization, language change, schedule, user management, reCAPTCHA version 3, record template, Google Sheets, API and webhook done. All of this is done already. They're going to get Stripe. They're going to have reoccurring subscription. How are they going to do that? I want to see that. How are they going to do that? So they've got Stripe on here again. So one of these is probably supposed to be something else. Advanced custom fields, Mail Poet, Google AdWords. Interesting. Wonder how that's going to work. Send in Blue. No SendFox yet, but that's all right. And as you can see, this is kind of their log. So where do I fit with this? Like I've said before, I don't take and go out of my way to try and recommend things. I recommend things that I use. This is going to be one of those things that I end up using. It just is. It's already been all over the Oxygen forums. It's already been over a lot of forums. I've been seeing people talk about it. It's just not as big as some of those other form builders because it's brand new. It's one of those things you're getting in on the very beginning. It's like the very beginning of Brizzy or anything else that just starts at the very beginning. It's up to you to decide whether you want to back them or not, or whatever the case is. I really like them. I've had good communication with them. They seem to be very attentive to things. They seem to be open to things, and I like that. So, if you want to take and buy it, all I could say is I, of course, have an affiliate link down below. You don't have to buy, whatever. If you want to buy it, you could spend $1. You could spend $5. It doesn't matter. You go buy it without my affiliate link. It makes no difference to me. I'm just trying to save you some money so that you're not spending $250 a year on a form builder that's not making you money. That's all I'm trying to say. This is something that you can roll into your package that you can make money with. That's it. That is all I'm trying to say. I think it's pretty good. I think that more people need to look at it, and I think especially, I know a lot of people in Oxygen's community have been looking at it. It's just a really good form builder. It doesn't have all the bells and whistles yet, but that will come. That will come with time. They've got a lot of that on the roadmap already. And if you don't see something, or you see something that's on the roadmap that they probably need, hey, let them know. They'll probably take and add it to the roadmap. I think they're open to suggestions and opportunities and stuff like that. So with that said, this is just my recommendation. I recommend that if you're one of these people who you need a form builder, buy it today. It'd probably be a good thing. I mean, they're cheap. They're really cheap. There's almost no reason to not go spend $20 or $30 on this, because you're going to get a good form builder out of it. That's my whole entire thing. $20 or $30 for a lifetime form builder. That's hard to pass up. Even one that is somewhat limited compared to the bigger builders that are out there, it's still not bad. It's not a bad form builder. So that's my take. That's what I think about it. And I've got one more message at the very end that I want to talk to you about. So let's go full screen. Alright, so with everything said, I wanted to give you a background to why I started accepting sponsors. I want to also thank wordpress for being the first sponsor to take and come on this channel. I need to take and grow, and wordpress was nice enough to take and come on and sponsor me. I'm going to have other sponsors on this channel. I've been contacted by several other people who want to have sponsors. I promise you, as a channel, I'm not going to take sponsors that I don't believe in, meaning that I have to back you. I have to use your product in order to take and believe in you. And wordpress is one of those people. I mean, like I said, I'm going to go and purchase their full-on form builder with, I don't know if I need 1,000, because like I said, I don't build standard people websites anymore. I mainly do websites for myself for affiliate stuff. but I might get a license for like 30 or 50 or whatever the case is. I don't think that that's a bad deal. And I think it's definitely worth the money. So if I'm willing to buy it, then I just don't feel like that's shady marketing. So that's the first thing. The second thing is I'm going to have more sponsors on here. As far as I can tell you, I'm going to try to make sure that they integrate with something with freelancing or with WordPress or something along those lines. So, I hope you don't feel slighted by this, but I did want to at least warn people, hey, it's going to be happening. I don't want you to feel like it's one of those things where I'm selling out the channel. All of the revenue is being dumped back into the channel to start getting better lighting, better backgrounds, better all of those things. And I was going to come out with this with a video on its own, and I decided it's just not worth it. It's easier to come out in here and explain it. So thank you for being a member, and I hope that you give BitPress a chance today. Go take a look at their page, see what they're doing. I mean, like I said, even for $1, you get a form for your website, and I think it's a pretty good deal. And for $1, I mean, I can't think of a better form deal that's out there. Even for $5 or $10, I can't think of a better form deal that's out there. So that's just my take. You do what you want to do. I will see you guys next time.